The crypto markets just crashed, and if you're thinking anything like me, you're wondering what is coming next. And a lot of the sentiment out there about what the thoughts were of what 2022 is going to be like, it seems like uncharted territory. I'm going to share some of my thoughts on why I think the crash just happened and what I anticipate happening next. I'm also going to talk about where my portfolio is at and what I wish I hadn't done, but also I want to show that to you so that you can, hopefully it'll help you make better decisions for yourself. Of course, not investment advice. And then I'm going to share 3 project updates of tokens that I'm still very, very bullish on. I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for liking, for lighting up that bell so that you get my notifications and sharing these videos. Okay, so we have just crashed below 40,000. Right now, as of this recording, Bitcoin is at 38,800. And so, we're below that line of support. And this means that we could go to 30,000 next. And I have had in my head for the past few months that we were going to have something similar happen to 2017. And that was when I came to the markets. I came in when everything was pumping at the end of 2017, and then it crashed in the January 2018. And then I was just terrified of crypto, and it would be another 3 years before I come back into the markets. I thought, based on a lot of what was happening and my experience of trading here in 2021, when we were in 2021, I thought we're going to have a rally up towards the end of the year. At one point, I had sold off because I thought in the fall that there would be a suckers rally. Maybe we did end up having that suckers rally. I'd done a video on that. And then I decided that I was going to go back in, and I thought that at the end of the year, I thought, okay, Christmas is coming, and people will go and put all their money into crypto. And we did see a little rally at the end of December, and then but then things didn't really move forward. And then looking to now, where we are in January, I did think that we were going to have a pump through January, February, and then I was anticipating that around mid-March, early April, end of tax, for when people are filing their taxes, that then we would enter into this bear market. And that's not what's happening right now. I think there are a lot of things that are going on geopolitically that are affecting things as well. And you let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and before we get into, so I just want to start on a broader scope level, and then we're going to go into the altcoins. So I follow Dan Moorhead, Pantera Capital, and I really resonate with a lot of what he does, his outlook, and I just thought that I wanted to share this with you. This chart is super interesting because you can see here the top of the bubble, right? Well, he's saying basically we're still in a crypto bubble. That 2017 peak, you can just see off the top here, we got Bitcoin was number 1, Ripple number 2, Ethereum number 3, Bitcoin Cash number 4, Cardano number 5, Neem, I don't even remember Neem from back then, was number 6, Litecoin number 7, Tron 8, Stellar number 9, and Myota number 10. If we go to where we are January 2022, we've got number 1 Bitcoin, number 2 Ethereum, number 3 Binance, number 4 Solana, number 5 Cardano, number 6 Ripple, 7 Terra Luna, 8 Polkadot, and 9 Avalanche, and 10 Dogecoin. And my thinking or my outlook on this is, where are we going to be not just a year from now? Because I just did all my buys for 2022 because of capital gains tax. I was looking to do those buys where I was like, gosh, do I swing trade? Do I day trade? Or do I just hold? And I was initially thinking of swing trading. I thought, you know what, I just want to leave myself alone. I'm going to do my picks, and I'm just going to hold on to this stuff. And then also I have some of my crypto in an IRA. I work for directed IRA. I do business development there. And so, zooming out, if one has crypto in an IRA, say for 10 plus years, I'm looking at, well, what tokens do I believe are still going to be here? So I feel very bullish when I look at the white papers on DeFi at large, and these layer 1, layer 2 solutions, for example, Harmony 1, or within the NFT gaming space, Immutable X, Solana, where governments are about to start rolling out their digital currencies, and they are going to, as much as what I see these news articles out there, oh, Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's all just terrible, this stuff still, these silly articles that come out, oh, it's a scam, oh, Bitcoin mining, this is just so terrible for the environment. Yet the entire, our whole world is integrating using blockchain, whether from supply chain to the entire financial industries. So I think there's a lot of suppression that is happening right now, because you've got larger institutions, and then you've got governments and different larger federal banking institutions that are trying to control things. And I could be totally wrong. That's just my perspective of things. So with that, what was I going to say with this? I want to get back to my thought there. The use. So looking at governments rolling out their digital currencies, some of them, they may be building on Solana, they may be going to build on Cosmos, they're going to build on top of Ethereum, they are going to, what was the other one that we're maybe going to use? I know Cardano was maybe, I saw an article recently that was going to have a use, and also Polkadot as well. So I think that the big difference here in 2022 is we have all these different ecosystems. And when we sort of talk back about the internet in the past, and when Google wasn't around, but Google's now a giant, what's going to happen? Is Ethereum going to be killed off by Cardano, by Solana, by Polkadot, by Avalanche? Are they still going to be around? I think all these ecosystems are all going to exist, and that we will move towards more and more interoperability. And something that also in terms of the finance at large, when you look at DeFi, and this is a really great resource, DeFiPulse.com, you can see that the total value locked right now is just over 92 billion. And so, this is a recording January 2022. By January 2023, I would be very surprised if we, on a conservative level, we haven't at least got to 175 billion locked, maybe even 250 billion locked, because there is more and more happening within DeFi as alternatives, especially with this crazy inflation that's happening right now. People want to be able to look at how can they protect themselves from a currency that is devaluing. Now, another reason why I think this crash happened, this was an article that just came out. There's a number of articles, but this is from the Financial Times, and the headline is EU should ban intensive mode of crypto mining, regulators say. And it's just every time, I remember in 2021, there was another ban from China, and then suddenly everything plummeted, and then all the miners had to go and get out from China and move across to the United States. And now we've got Eric Thieden, Vice Chair of the European Securities and Markets Authority, saying it's a national issue, this is all climate change. There's so many other things. When I just think about, I live in Arizona, and the amount of electricity I use, probably with the air conditioning, people, we've seen this out there with washing machines, washer, dryers, dishwashers are using more energy than Bitcoin mining is. So I just think this narrative is absolutely ridiculous. It's just another excuse for the European Union to go and have some control on things. You let me know in the comments what you think. And then the other thing that has gone on as well, with more a lot of fear in the markets because we had the whole Evergrande debacle. I talked about that a few months ago, and now we've got Country Garden, who's an even bigger developer than Evergrande, that has experiencing some bond defaults, and so this is just, yeah, it's just like having a massive effect and big sell-offs, different banks. And remember as well that a lot of people within the Asian markets have been very forward-thinking and more involved in crypto, and so this is why there has been a bigger sell-off as well. So you can just see that I think there's a couple of really important things to note here. One of them is that the way that the crypto markets, crypto is meant to be a hedge against what's happening in the stock market. And we can see right now that this crypto crash has moved in tandem with the stock market. I think that if we look at what's the silver lining, the positive side of things, is that we are right on the brink of mass adoption for crypto, blockchain, DeFi, Web3. There is still, despite all the really scary headlines that are out there are still billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars being put into crypto. Smart money is still going into crypto. And so I just feel, zooming out, I am not worried about this at all. I actually, in a way, I think it's like it's a gift and a curse. So as we see those markets move more in sync with each other, something that I did the other day where I was like, oh, I'm going to go do all my buys. I could see Bitcoin was holding, it was holding pretty strong at around 40,000. I thought, okay, well, I'm not buying in it when it was at the high recently of 67,000. So I did all my buys. I'm done, like, basically close to 96,000. I've got another couple of thousand to invest, and then as of today, my portfolios overall at large in crypto have gone down to 76,000. So I'm upside down 20,000 right now, and I don't. I'm not concerned overall. Maybe I should be concerned, but I feel. I'm just bummed. Like, the pain that I felt was, if I waited a few more days, because I had some doubt there. I thought, well, maybe things are just, because it's holding at 40, suddenly some there's going to be some whales, some news, it's just going to pump. It's going to go back up through February into March. It's going to go up to those all-time highs, maybe even break beyond that, and then it'll come back down, and maybe that new bottom will be around 50,000 or 55. But, like, I'll have done well. I bought at a right point. And now I'm just going, I could have had so much more. I could have had 15-20% more of certain tokens that I wanted, especially on the altcoin side of things. So that's the only pain that I'm feeling right now. But do I feel worried? No. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. And I want to get into the three tokens that I am still bullish on. I'm bullish on a whole load of stuff, actually, but I just wanted to share news with you, my thoughts on this. So we've looked at Pantera. This was, so on CoinDesk, where we just talked about the decoupling of crypto from the markets, and I just don't think there's anything to worry about that. Oh, look, Aldo's offering me ads here, and you can see I like these boots. Actually, I like those ones at the top there. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm going to talk about Kishu, and then I'm going to talk about Dogs of Elon, and then I'm going to talk about PolySwarm. So we've got two memes, but they're more than memes. I think this is very important. They're more than meme tokens, and I'm going to share why and my thoughts on that, and how the evolution of where we started off with Doge, and now what is happening with these meme coins. And I've seen some narrative out there from people of, meme coins aren't going to be around in the future, look 4 or 5 years from now. I totally disagree with that. I like what Raoul Paul has said, that he feels like social currency is going to be here to stay, and I think there will be certain tokens that they will not succeed, but if there are strong use cases, then you are going to see those crypto prevail. And what was it, Jamie, who is an artist from England as well, had asked that I cover something here on Kishu, because Jamie said that Jamie bought a whole load of Kishu recently and needs some hopium. Like, I wish I could control what happens with it, but I still hold my Kishu and I'm not selling it because I believe it will get listed on a centralized exchange. Well, obviously it's on Gate.io, that's why I got it originally, but I mean, on a sort of like how Shiba made it onto Coinbase Pro, I do believe that Kishu is going to make it on there and onto other centralized exchanges, maybe Binance US, maybe even, I mean, it could make it onto Gemini, but I'm hanging on in there with it. And I just wanted to show you some of that. I think what's very exciting with Kishu, it did have a little pump the other day, even when the markets were red. And then, you know, now it's just like it has got affected by everything that is happening globally right now. So I'll just show you this briefly, this new Kishu. I love these little videos here. Take a look at this. So this reminds me, and I've talked about this in another video, when I look at Kishu, I think about when I was growing up and I loved Hello Kitty and I loved My Melody, and I just like the whole energy of the brand. You know, these meme coins like Kishu, it's a brand, it's a way for people to express themselves. I don't know if they're going to do certain things that Dogs of Elon, it's different from Dogs of Elon. See, that's why I hold both, because they just have different things to them. But you're going to see here, with their ad, that, oh, it's so cute. They have a use case coming here. So you can go to kishuverse.kishu.com, and they have their Telegram group as well. And there is a use case coming for that. I don't know what that specific use case is, but you know, they've got their NFTs, they've got where you can do the swap, and it works in sync as well with other dog tokens as well, with Shiba, with Doge, and so I think a lot of people, you know, maybe you're someone that you held Doge and then you ended up going into Kishu because you're just like, you're looking at what are those tokens that are evolving there. So the Kishu community is still strong, and I think it's just about being patient. Yeah, I just go back to what I said, that the pain that I experienced from selling my Shiba, and I'm not selling my Kishu. That leads me on to Dogs of Elon, and I love the Dogs of Elon community, and I think that is why the Dogs of Elon is going to be so successful in the long run, because of the community. It has the most magical community, incredible people. I'm the Doe Mother. It's my proud title, and so big news that, you know, was quite a bit of FUD that had gone out about Dogs of Elon. Oh, you know, it's all the way up, and then you know, Dogs of Elon, I think, had an incredible launch. Now, the biggest things to take note of here, and I've continued to DCA into Dogs of Elon, not investment advice. This is just what I do personally. We just had this past Sunday, Crypto Dough Bags and Prash and Danny and Crypto President went and hosted a call, which I feel really blessed. I got to share my experience with Dogs of Elon and what I love about the community, and Mo Bradbury as well, who's a big YouTube channel, shared his experience of why he loves these NFTs, and they did this live, because I'd seen in the chat some people were like, oh, how do we know that this, you know, someone who's like a massive hodler of Dogs of Elon is going to just, you know, win the Tesla. So what happened was there was an entire changeover of the team. It was a peaceful, amicable transition of power where Crypto Chairman went and handed it, relinquished over. I guess it took, just decided he did not want to be on the project anymore, but is maintaining a good relationship. And Crypto President has now is helping move the community towards being fully decentralized. And so I again, this is a vibrant community, and this is why I believe in the long run. Sometimes when you look at certain tokens, you see it like it becomes on an exchange, it shoots up, it looks like it's flatlining a long time, and then boom, it takes off. You can see that with Shiba, right? You could see that with Doge. So I think that Dogs of Elon, it's very unique. It's the NFTs, they're edgy. Obviously, they connect in with Elon Musk, the richest person in the world. And so there was meant to be this Tesla giveaway. Everyone was like, oh, this Tesla giveaway is not happening. Oh, how it's going to be a scam. It was done live. We got to see that giveaway happen. We got to see the winner was Krypton a Grazer, and just hearing his delight at winning. I mean, it was my heart was just beaming, lit up with this. It was incredible. So Dogs of Elon has been delivering on everything that they said they're going to do, and they have very, very, very exciting stuff that is going to be rolling out. I'm going to be doing a special exclusive interview with them so that they can share more of the details on that, and you can connect with them on Telegram as well, to stay up to date on what is happening there. And other big news with them as well, that on Uniswap liquidity now is at 99.5% locked to ensure all funds are safe. Right, so Dr. Paws here, also who does all the web development, and I forgot to mention him, I'm mentioning you now, says we just doubled the amount of liquidity locked with Unicrypt, and we'll be extending soon. So from 2 million to 4 million there, and you can see all of that. So what I love this community, totally transparent. And the other thing you can do is you can stake your dough if you have, and you can earn, I hope I'm saying this correctly, you can earn Doge from it, you can earn Shiba as well. They work in sync together. And then the other really exciting thing that is going to be coming as well is play to earn. I've seen a sneak peek of the play to earn game, and it's really cool. It just reminds me, it takes me back to when I was a kid and playing Super Mario, Nintendo. So I think that is going to be wildly successful as well. And watch this space for Dogs of Elon. It's going to do phenomenally well. I want to move now on to PolySwarm. I am so heavily upside down in PolySwarm because I bought it recently on Coinbase. I got so excited about it, and I wish I had waited, but I do not regret my buy. And I have actually, then I bought some more as it was going down, but I didn't realize that then this horrible crash that we just had in crypto just rocked it, and so I do have a limit buy in for 3.5. I don't know if it'll go that low right now. Let's see, it's PolySwarm is at 5.9. I'm just like, oh, this is where like I hold over 130,000 PolySwarm, and I'm going, I want it to go down. I feel good about it coming down, even though that my portfolio is going to be less. I just want it to go down so I can buy it for less and then just hold on to it. And I am ridiculously bullish on PolySwarm. Again, this is very a contrast. This is cybersecurity malware. And when I read the white paper on this, I went, oh, this to me feels like it's modeled a lot after like how Bitcoin and Ethereum, the smart contracts, are set up, where everything is done on consensus, and it really is truly decentralized. And I love that anyone can participate in the bounties to be able to. It's going out to the community at large, where one can be involved and win those bounties. It's not centralized there, so that I think is really, really cool. And then when when I look at this recent roadmap that they shared, I mean, Microsoft became a customer in 2021. BitGo Custody added the PolySwarm, and let's say transaction load scaled to over 10 million in a day. This is where, I mean, the token was so much less than, what was it? I mean, I think it was around 1 cent back then, and then recently when it hit Coinbase, it went up to almost 18 cents. So when I also, the other thing I did was I looked at how PolySwarm launched on Coinbase Pro, and then I looked back to when Polygon Matic launched on Coinbase Pro, and I can see a lot of similarities, like in terms of that movement. Sometimes you can look at certain charts and you see the chart action that it mirrored, like it has a similar type of movement to it. And so I remember when Polygon, like it had dipped right down and then whoosh, it went on a massive rally up. That's what I am anticipating happening with PolySwarm. Verizon became a new customer for them in December 2021. Their mainnet went live as well. PolySwarm then was listed on Huboi, on Coinbase Pro, which is when I just bought there, and then it just got listed on Gate.io, which is another exchange I used. I love, if you do sign up for Gate, please use my link in the video description, because we get to share in those rewards together. And then someone had commented on Crypto Angel Network here that there's a new use case coming end of Q1. There was going to be some really big news. So the way I look at it is just, okay, well, just zoom out. You zoom out. I feel really good about this. This article on CoinDesk had talked about one of the most notable deals in the sector was 8 billion acquisition of Avast by Norton LifeLock in August 2021. And special purpose acquisition company, CYBA signed letters of intent with NAF Industries and PolySwarm. And in March 2021, CYBA was listed on the London Stock Exchange to acquire and then act as the holding company for a number of target cybersecurity businesses. We see like a lot of the narrative that's out there is on cybersecurity, and because this is decentralized, in terms of malicious attacks, I think that we're going to see really, really big things from PolySwarm. It's just getting started, and I anticipate it eventually going up to, it should go up to a couple of dollars. It's a couple of dollars per token. Right now, the market cap overall is around, around 150 million. It's fluctuating at the moment. But I would be very shocked if it doesn't eventually go up to at least $1 billion market cap overall. So you let me know in the comments, what do you think? What are you liking? Where are you thinking the markets are going? And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. And last thing is, it's that if you do not want to pay any taxes on your crypto, or if you are doing crypto mining or staking, check out Directed IRA. Go to directedira.com and you can set up a crypto IRA where, again, you are not going to have any capital gains tax so long as you do not withdraw your crypto early. And we also have the Crypto Tax Summit happening here in Phoenix, Arizona on January the 29th. So definitely either DM me or message me, but it would be awesome to see you here in Phoenix. We have over 200 people coming for Directed IRA Crypto Tax Summit, and there's going to be over 1,000, well, there already are over 1,000 people who are registered virtually, and we have the first national crypto tax certification that is going to be happening at that event. So especially if you are in accounting or business in some capacity, or you're an investor, it's going to be really, really cool. So it'll be amazing to see you at that. All right, I'm sending you lots of love, and I will see you next time.